Hi everyone and welcome to Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War. So this is basically the first real attempt at a 4X game in Warhammer 40k universe, released just recently, and we're going to check it out. I haven't really played it yet. I had a go for like 10 minutes to check out some of the basics, but that's about it. So if you're wondering if it's any good, well, I don't know yet. Well, let's find out. So, you can play an introduction game on lowest difficulty as the Space Marines, or you can set up your own game. We are going to set up our own game. There are 4 factions in the game. We got the Imperial Guard, we got the Necrons, we got the Orcs, and we got Space Marines. They are all quite different, and they all have different initial challenge level, ranging from easy to hard. Let's actually go with the Imperial Guard, because why not? So, as the Imperial Guard, we are billions of men, inexpensive ranged infantry but susceptible to morale. We got heavy armor, mighty armored vehicles with many upgrades. We got thundering artillery, extremely long-range artillery. Imperial Bastion, defensive fortifications to keep attackers at bay. And the bureaucracy of war, issue city edicts to increase city output. Alright then. So let's set the other factions to be the other 3. So Orcs, Necrons, and Space Marines. And the difficulty... So there are quite a few difficulty levels. I haven't actually played yet, but let's keep it on medium, which is the default. That's fine. Let's keep everything on default. Game pace. Very fast, fast, standard, slow, very slow. Yeah, standard is fine. Advanced. Quests, turn timer, we don't want a turn timer. Adaptive turn timer, wildlife density, artifact density, special resource density, ruins of wall density. Okay, there are quite a few advanced options in here. Alright, and there's also the seed, so if you want to share it with someone, then, well, you can. So, let's get started then, shall we? We'll see how it goes.
Few worlds were as pristine as Gladius Prime, or so well located. Soon after its discovery, it grew into a rich imperial world. Then the Orcs landed, and it burned. We, the men and women of the Astra Militarum, answered the call to battle the Greenskin menace. Yet we died side by side with the Orcs when the warp storms hit and the Necrons awoke. Whoever our foe, we will reclaim this world and its ancient riches, or we will die trying. For mankind! And for the God Emperor.
Well, that's the intro, and here we are. You are now able to produce new units, maintain your economy, and understand the basic concepts of the game. More tips and suggestions... Wait, what? We didn't really get started yet, but alright. If you say so. Anyway... Here we got some units. Guardsmen. So each unit has some attributes. Okay, we got some more info. This unit allows you to build a city that will be... Yeah, right. So that's the Tech Priest Engineer. That's basically your settler. He can found a city. And we got the Guardsmen. Each unit has armor, hit points, morale, which is the psychological state of the unit. Below 66% morale, units become shaken, lowering their accuracy by 25%. Below 33% morale, units become broken, lowering their accuracy by 50%. Then we got actions. So you can move once, you can't like move one tile and then move another tile and then another. You only move once. And then you can take an action after moving. So you can use all your movement points and then you can take a shot. It's a little bit different than in Civ 5, for example. So we got movement and we got our level. Here we got disband, Overwatch, so if you end your turn with an action available, you can passively attack enemies that enter your attack range. So that's Overwatch. We can turn it off. Then we got hold position, hold position until healed, and skip the turn. Alright then, so let's start our cities somewhere, shall we? Here we can see the bonuses any building on that tile will have. It's a little bit different than in Civ. So this one, for example, will give us bonuses to research or production, but minus 20% food. And, well, where do we want to settle? We can actually settle where we are, this seems reasonable. Alright then, so here's our first city. And now we can acquire a tile, because before we build anything, we need to have a tile to actually build it on. And one tile can have multiple facilities, depending on what tile it is. Sometimes it can have 0. It really depends on what tile it is. We can see that these, for example, cannot have any. That's the 0 on top. This one can have 2. This one can also have 2. So let's claim this one. Here. So that will take a few turns. And now we can start exploring a little bit. So these units are really weak, which means they should probably stick close together. Because we will run into nasty things. And then we can choose research. So research is divided into how many tiers? Into 10 different tiers. And you unlock further tiers by researching some techs in the previous one. You don't need all of them, just like 2 or 3. I think it's 2. So what do we have in tier 1? We got Frag Grenade, grants infantry the ability to throw anti-infantry grenades. Inspired Training, edict that increases the production output of Imperial barracks in the city. Manufactorium, building that produces ground vehicles as well as generates ore and research. Shrine of the Aquila, building that produces heroes as well as generates influence and increases loyalty. And Voxcaster, reduces the morale loss for guardsmen. Okay, so what do we want first? Frag Grenade sounds quite useful, but I think we should unlock something for our city first. So let's get this one. Building that produces ground vehicles as well as generates ore and research. I assume it won't be a whole lot of ore and research, but a building that can give us units and also generate resources, yeah, sounds good to me. And that's our first turn done. We will probably run into some wildlife, because that's a big part of the game, from what I've seen already. So, quest added. Life in the Guard. Objectives. Yeah, research the tech that we are literally researching right now, and construct. And reward will be 50 ore. Alright then, how convenient is that? Very convenient. And here we got a bit of a choke point. Actually, this is literally the end. Okay, I guess we have to go in the other direction. Fine by me. Oh, and you can claim outposts like this one by walking into them. So this is the Shard of Wall, and we claimed it because we walked into it. There are a lot of things like that around the map. I definitely haven't seen all of them. Oh, and here's another one. Wireweed. If we walk into that, our unit will start taking damage. Quite a lot of it too, as you'll see on the next turn. Oh yeah, and we claimed the tile. So now we can actually build something. Let's see. We are going to need resources. So that's what I'm thinking. There's a 10% bonus. So let's go with that. That will take 4 turns. Alright then. And then we'll build something that will allow us to get more units. And here you can see that we took some damage from the wireweed. So let's walk out of it. And then we can heal up. Ruins of Wall. It's unclear what this is. Some time-worn structure rearing up from the shattered surface, made from the same impenetrable material as the rare artifacts that dot the planet. Much can be learned merely from studying it, and perhaps it still houses some secrets itself. So plus 20% research and plus 2.0 research. So we'll be getting the research as long as we are controlling it. Can we see the breakdown? We can, sort of. Plus 1.2 from features, plus 0.7 from loyalty, Plus 6.0 from buildings. Alright then. Next. And yep, here we got some wildlife. Crude hounds. And he took some shots because we had passive overwatch on, as you saw. We do have 2-tile range, so we can attack from out of range. And here we got another ruin, unexplored. We found an artifact. So this requires a hero. We'll need to get one before we can do anything with that. Alright then. We can still take a shot after using all the movement points, since these are separate. And another one. Okay then, and we got 2 population now. We can see that the limit is 6. We'll need some new buildings to get past that limit. Alright, sounds good. Extractor will be done in 2 turns. And we finish the research. So, let's keep moving, shall we? And explore some more. See what we can find around here. More wildlife. As for our next research, we could unlock that frag grenade. It sounds like it will be quite useful. Yep, let's unlock the frag grenade. Sounds good to me. The extractor is almost done, so then we can build the manufactorum, because that's our quest as well. So that seems reasonable. Where was it? Should be somewhere around here. Yep, there it is. Alright. So this tile that we claimed has 2 slots for buildings, and they are represented by these hexes down here. We got extractor in one of them, and we can get manufactorum in the other. So there we go. Okay, there are a lot of choke points around here so far. Interesting. And what's this? Jokero Trader Encampment. Alright then. We'll check that out. If you have a little regard for your life and seek excitement, visit the Jokero, imbued with an instinctive technical creativity that exceeds even that of an orc magpie. These orange-furred aliens resemble a great Terran ape, but can create wonders beyond imagining. The challenge is in acquiring them safely and working out what they do. Plus 2.0 influence and plus 20% influence. Alright then. Carry on then. And yep, more wildlife. And another one. Yeah, okay, we should probably back up a little bit. Just slightly. Let's play it safe. We can actually lure them towards our city, because our city does have defenses. We just need them to be a little bit closer, and the defenses are pretty damn strong too. We can see the exact weapons. Crack missile launcher. We can see the damage, attacks, armor penetration, accuracy and range. So 3-tile range. And here's the weapon our infantry is using. Increases the attacks at half range, rapid fire. Alright then. So now we can attack with our city, I assume. Yep. And we should probably back up here. I don't think we can kill this thing just yet. Nope. We certainly cannot. Almost, but not quite. Alright then. But it cannot kill our guardsmen, we are fine. Here's the frag grenade. It has a pretty damn long cooldown. 10-turn cooldown, that's pretty harsh. So since we have that rapid fire ability, we should move in. Here. Some units have extra abilities that can be utilized to gain an edge in combat. Use an ability by clicking its button and selecting a target. Oh yeah, right, we actually have to select it? No, that was referring to the frag grenade. Right. So let's heal up and then we can move on, explore some more. As for our research, yeah, now we can research a tier 2 tech if we want to. Medipack grants guardsmen the ability to heal themselves during combat. Sounds promising. Crack Grenade grants infantry the ability to throw anti-armor grenades. Hub Block, building that increases population limit. Cult Mechanicos, building that produces tech priest engineers and generates research. So this will basically unlock settlers, because that's the unit we need to start more cities. Rites of the Machine Spirits, edict that increases the production output of manufactorums in the city. So we do have one, which means that will increase the production output. Let's get that first, and then we'll unlock Cult Mechanicos and start thinking about another city. So, yep, let's heal back to full, and then we can go explore some more. Just be careful. This guy will take the longest. We can keep him in the back. Anything else around here? Not much. So, one more turn to finish the Manufactorum. And it will have its own separate construction queue, as you will see in just a moment. Produce Scout Sentinels, 0 out of 1. And we got 50 ore because we completed the quest. So now we have a whole separate production queue. And we can produce Scout Sentinels. That will take 6 turns. Sounds good to me. And we can acquire a new tile, so let's do that. We can acquire any tile adjacent to our city and adjacent to tiles that we already claimed. So let's say this one. Looks reasonable. We could also get a research building. That's not a bad idea. So let's claim this one actually. And we'll get one research building and then something else. Sounds good to me. So let's move on, but be careful. There's probably more wildlife waiting for us. So what about this trader? Well, we can claim him, just like that. What's the range on the grenade? We can't use it yet. Just take a regular shot in that case. Rites of the Machine Spirits. Research done. Nice. So, do we have to actually enact that edict? Every building except the headquarters requires one population to operate. You'll have to research and construct housing buildings to increase your population growth and limit. If you run into trouble due to storage of population or other resources, you can disable some buildings to let the rest operate at full efficiency by clicking the minus button next to each building group. So yep, we can disable the buildings if we want to, but there's no need to do that right now. So, what should we get next? We will need some more food sometime soon. So, we could claim another tile and then get some food. This one has plus 20% food. And we can claim it because we claimed this one. So, we'll do that and then we'll build the farm. Sounds good to me? Alright then. Let's move on. Oh, hi, what's that? Castellan robot, that looks a little bit nastier. Alright, well, we can take a shot at it, but it's a little bit stronger than we are, as far as I can tell. Let's go for Cult Mechanicos then. So that we'll be able to start another city. In reasonable future, preferably. Yeah, there are some frighteningly powerful creatures on Gladius Prime. It would be wise to gather a sizable force before engaging these beasts. Yeah, I figured as much. 2 guardsmen are almost certainly not enough. We can claim this, and we found the enemy faction, the Necrons. So, one thing about this game is that there's no diplomacy, which you could argue makes sense from lore standpoint, but it's definitely a negative as far as 4X mechanics go, because diplomacy is a major 4X mechanic and is just not present in this game. Just something to keep in mind if you're considering maybe picking it up. Something has attracted objects with extraordinary power to Gladius, and the surface is littered with old one tech of all sizes and kinds. While some artifact items may be bought, bigger artifact units must be captured from the tentacles of enslavers. Once all adjacent units holding control of the artifact have been killed, the artifact can be captured by right-clicking on it with a unit selected. Artifacts are otherwise invulnerable and cannot be destroyed. Okay, fair enough. So here we got the Necron unit. Warriors. Let's see what they got. Reanimation protocols. Restores hit points each turn. Illuminated. Reduces the ranged damage reduction of the target unit. Okay. Here's the weapon it uses. Range 2. Scales the minimum damage with the hit points of the target unit. Interesting. And increases the attacks at half range. Alright then. Well, we can take a shot at it. No, we can't. We are out of range. So these are the enslavers. I don't think we can beat them just yet. Most likely not, no. But we are working on the Scout Sentinel. That might help. I don't want to piss them off too much just yet. And I certainly don't want to lose any units. So we could throw a frag grenade right now. Sure. Here, one more shot should do. So this guy. And it's down. Alright, good job. Shemit has such a long cooldown. And we got a level up. So now he's level 2. Every level above the first increases the unit's hit points and damage by 5%, as well as morale by 10%. So we can see the difference. Can we see the difference? Not really. Oh, they are all level 2, fair enough. So, back to our city. Let's see, we claimed the tile. Let's get the farm. Although, we are already at 4 out of 6 population, maybe the farm can wait. How about we increase our research? This tile has 20% bonus to research. So, let's get that. That will only take 4 turns. Sounds reasonable. Here are the enslavers. We do have another grenade. Let's maybe use it. It does a lot of damage. I don't think I can finish it off now. Alright. Ore field. Few places on an inhabited world still have mineral-rich rocks simply lying around on the surface. Yet here, the ruptures of the warp storm have torn great chunks from the planet's surface, allowing for easy exploitation by whichever faction finds it first. Alright. That's the one. Ore field. So we can claim it for ourselves. I don't like that enslaver being close, but oh well. Heal native Xenos, 0 out of 3. Rewards. Trained Sentinel pilots increases the damage for Scout Sentinels. So here's the Scout Sentinel. Let's check it out. Multi-laser. Range 2. No rapid fire. What else? Move through cover. Negates the movement penalty of forests and Imperial ruins. Open-topped. Classification. Vehicle. Negates the penalty for heavy and ordnance weapons. Okay then. And that's because we are on a city tile. So let's avoid the wireweed. And heal back to full, and claim the ore field. Alright. Yeah, we can see our border around it now. So, the city. We can keep building the sentinels. We can afford the upkeep. Upkeep is 2 ore. Doesn't seem to cost energy, so that's nice. Colt Mechanicus, research completed. Okay then. So now we'll have to build that. Would be nice, yes. Let's finish the building that will generate research first. We'll heal back to full and then we can maybe try to attack the enslavers. Here's another ruin and it's unexplored. As for our research, we can actually get tier 3 now. Let's have a look. Ergonomic Surge. Edict that increases the food output of buildings in the city. Grants Tech Priest Engineers the ability to boost the damage of vehicles. Infantry unit equipped to deal with heavy armored targets. That's the heavy weapon squad. fast tank unit that excels against airborne targets, and building that increases loyalty, and tank commander. So how about we unlock heroes? That was the shrine. Yeah, we should definitely do that. Sounds good. Alright, and that's our turn done. Siren Caster. Let's check out that ruin. Unclaimed item. Yep, we need heroes. Working on it. So heal back to full. Yes, you. Can you not do that here? You should be able to. And what do we build next? Well, we should start working on our second city, so we are going to need the Cult Mechanicals. Where is it? Right here. 6 production, 4 research. And what about edicts? Down here. Rites of the Machine Spirits. Yeah, we definitely want that. Plus 50% production for 10 turns. But it costs 50 influence. So 5 turns worth of influence to get plus 50% production. Yeah, alright. So that will speed up the Scout Sentinel production quite a bit. Let's maybe save that for later. 50 influence seems to be quite a lot. But we definitely want Cult Mechanicals. Let's maybe claim a tile without as many bonuses, and then build it there. So how about this one? Yep, let's claim that. That will only take 2 turns, so that's fine. And we'll need to unlock some more population sometime soon. We will be hitting the max in quite the near future. And there's the shrine research. So we'll need that too. You need a lot of things early on, but can't get everything all at the same time. As nice as that would be. So what about that big guy over here? I don't think we can beat him just yet. We'll find out. Maybe we can. We can tickle him a little bit. So, research. Hub block. Yeah, we are going to need more population, so let's unlock that. Yep, sounds good to me. And it might not be a bad idea to get that medkit, so that our guardsmen would be able to heal themselves. That was Overwatch. Okay, what's that? Let's take a look. What do you have? Flyer causes the target unit to spawn something when he dies. Grants invulnerable damage reduction. Minimum 50% invulnerable damage reduction. Well, alright then. I think we can kill it. Yeah, it won't take too much damage. We might need a little bit of help over there. Back to our city. So let's build Cult Mechanicals right here. Unless we want to claim another tile. No, that doesn't really make any sense. Alright, Cult Mechanicals. And then we'll start working on another city. It doesn't do too much damage, fortunately. We can handle it, especially with our Scout Sentinel. Here, that's way more damage. Mostly because he counters flyers, right? Was that it? Or was that a different unit? No, that was a different unit. But his damage is definitely higher. Here, done. Alright then. So how about this fella down here? The caster. Oh yeah, this unit can be captured by another adjacent unit. That's the artifact. We have to kill everything around it, all the enslavers. And then we can capture it. So there we go. Now it's ours. Very nice. Increases the loyalty. Plus 4.0 loyalty. Yeah, that's not too bad. More wildlife incoming. There's the hub block. Increases population limit. So I can't move this thing, it has to stay here. Meaning we might want to protect it. This is probably where our next city is going to be. If only to protect that artifact. Definitely a good idea. Speaking of which, 4 more turns. And do we want another Scout Sentinel? I think so. We can afford it. Yeah, sounds good. We'll get 1 more and that's going to be enough, I think. I don't want to go overboard. They do cost maintenance. Alright, what's next? Maybe that Medipack. That sounds quite promising. Or we can unlock something tier 3. What would that be? Tank Commander, right. Since we unlocked the Shrine, we could research the Tank Commander. Although we don't really have any tank units yet. Or this one. Hero with destructive psychic powers. That sounds promising. And we'll also need the Shrine. But again, we can't build everything all at the same time. And I would like to start a second city in some reasonable future. Especially since the Necrons are nearby. Okay then. So this is where the extra units will come in handy. Definitely. So how about we throw a grenade? Can we throw a grenade? It's still on cooldown, isn't it? But we can do some decent damage. Can't quite kill him, unfortunately. But he doesn't do that much damage either. What's this? A spider? The unit is not affected by morale and immune to fear. Monstrous creature, move through cover. Relentless. No penalty for heavy and ordnance weapons. Increases the melee armor penetration. Okay, here are the weapons. Close combat weapon. And twin-linked particle beamer. Looks nasty. There's the city. So I assume that's their starting city. I can't imagine they had time to start a second one yet. So how about that grenade? It's off cooldown now. Here. That will... well, that was less damage than I hoped. What should we focus on? We should focus on this guy. He's weaker. Easier to kill. Okay, decent. Got more incoming. 2 turns to finish Colt Mechanicals, 3 turns to get the Scout Sentinel. We can always use that Edict. You know what? Let's use the Edict. Because it looks like we might lose a unit in this fight. So this will allow us to replace it. Yep, he's dead. But he has an advantage. His city is way closer to our current engagement location. There's the hero unlock. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Molten Beam, Life Leech, Scryer's Gaze, Psychic Maelstrom. Okay, sounds promising. Extra infantry armor. And he has damage reduction because he's a hero. Fair enough. Here are the weapons. Okay then. So, let's see. We need to defend this location because I want to keep the artifact. Obviously. Let's throw a grenade. Here. Okay, we can kill that guy at least. Definitely. Here's the enslaver. Might want to stay away from him. And back up slightly. We got another Scout Sentinel coming. As for our next research, let's get something tier 3. What would that be? Heavy weapons squad. Hydra. Fast tank that excels against airborne targets. We don't really have any airborne targets to fight right now. So maybe the heavy weapons squad. What about the crack grenade? Maybe. Inspired training. We don't actually have Imperial Barracks yet. We'll probably build them in our second city. Reduces morale loss for guardsmen. Only 2 turns. Let's get that one. It will be quick. Once we get the hero, we'll be able to claim the items. From the looks of it. Okay. We are not quite in range just yet, and let's avoid this guy down here. The robot. He's nasty. I don't want to piss him off. This is going to be a little bit rough, actually. Yeah, let's maybe back up a little bit. I think we're going to lose that guardsman. He can't move out of range, not quite. 6 out of 6 population. So we'll need to increase our limit. Okay, but we finished Cult Mechanicus, so now we can get the Tech Priest Engineer, and he will be able to start another city. What do we need the most? We will need extra energy sometime soon, but we need to increase the population limit, so how about we do that? In here. That will take 6 turns, which is fine. There's the new Scout Sentinel. Alright. Well, this will have to do. Let's hold position. We'll see what's going to happen. Okay, yep, he's attacking. I don't like that too much. Voxcaster. Yeah, what about that hero? We could delay the population increase. But remember, we need population to work the buildings. So we actually need more than 6 right now. Because we need exactly 6 right now. Actually, doesn't look like this one uses a population point. Yeah, that's the headquarter building that generates resources. So we do have 1 spare, actually. Alright, you know what? Let's use that spare to build the shrine. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. So we can build it on this tile, that's fine. And then we'll claim a new one once that's done. Sounds good? We need that hero out. We need him right now. Yeah, we need to back up. I don't want to kill that Necron unit. But easier said than done. Especially when we're getting attacked from other directions too. It's unpleasant. That robot seems to be gone for now, that's a good thing. As for research, let's get started on some tier 3. So I'm thinking heavy weapon squad. That will be useful sooner or later. He's running away. Can we finish him off? Yes, we can. I think the forest is blocking line of sight right now. Alright, hold position until healed. He healed himself. Slightly annoying. Yeah, I don't think we can catch him. He's too fast. And we will run too deep into enemy territory. Let's not do that. We will, however, kill the Hound. And we should back up some more. Yes, we should. I don't want to lose these guys. Quest completed. Yeah, because we killed enough native Xenos. So now we get trained Sentinel pilots. Increases the damage for Scout Sentinels. That will be quite useful because we got 3 of those. Alright then. So hold position. We got Overwatch active, but I don't really want to engage that robot just yet. There's the heavy weapon squad unlock. And how's our city doing? So 3 more turns to get the Tech Priest Engineer. And I think we have enough Scout Sentinels right now. Remember, they cost ore. And we are going to need more energy as well. One thing at a time. So that's our 4th Scout Sentinel. That will do. We can maybe go towards that city more aggressively now. Or we can engage the robot. Right, research. If we get 1 more tier 3, we'll be able to get tier 4. So let's get the Hydra. Yeah, sure. We aren't really fighting any airborne units right now, but I assume we will at some point. Sooner or later. Almost certainly. More incoming. Is that an airborne unit? Kind of looks that way. Chapter 2. Rallying the Remnants. Recovered scattered units. 0 out of 3. Okay then. Interesting. The guardsmen are moving in small groups, surviving by using established covert warfare techniques. Contact them and recover them. Yeah, easier said than done. We are a little bit busy right now. And I think we lost that Scant Sentinel right there. We do have reinforcements coming in. That will do. Yeah, don't attack this guy. We'll save the action. 2 more turns to finish the shrine, and then we can get our hero out. Hopefully that will make the difference that we need. Fortunately, the Necrons aren't sending any heroes just yet. So what about this guy? Jet bike. The unit can move over water and ignores movement penalty of rivers. Okay. Restores hit points each turn. Twin-linked Gauss Blaster. I don't like the sound of that. Let's back up slightly. 3 turns and we can use the frag grenade. Okay, 1 more turn to finish our construction queue. Here comes the Enslaver. So we wasted our Overwatch shot on him, but he's attacking the Necrons, good. That healing ability is a little bit irritating, I'm not gonna lie. That was not necessarily the best move of all times, but I wanted both these tiles. Here, we got him, nice one. We should probably attack the Enslaver as well, otherwise he will attack us too. There's the guardsman. We can go and help him out. So, there's the Tech Priest. We can use him as an actual combat unit, and we can start a city. We will be starting a city. Probably somewhere around here. Definitely. That will make it much easier to defend this general area. Okay, sounds good. What about our city? We are going to need some energy. So let's claim a tile with an energy bonus. This one. Oh yeah, that's the shard. Hold on then. Should we claim that? It doesn't have any slots for buildings, and we kind of need that right now. Our options are kind of limited, so... yeah. We can just build the plasma ionizer over here. There's no bonus, but there's also no penalty. And we are losing 5 energy per turn right now. So we kind of need this quickly. It will give us +6 energy when there's no bonus, so that seems reasonable. Okay, here's the shrine. Let's get the primary psyker. Hero with psychic powers. Sounds good to me. That will take 5 turns. And another engineer. I don't want to go overboard. They cost energy in maintenance. So how about now? 1 will do for now. Let's wait until we actually start the city. There's the Hydra. The weapons. Twin-linked Hydra autocannon. Armor penetration 2. Skyfire. Increases the accuracy against flyers and skimmers. Reduces against ground units. Okay, and Heavy Bolter. Right, and more Necrons are coming. Back up slightly. So, we got the guardsmen. We can throw the grenade. We also got the crack grenade. What's their armor? Do they even have armor? 6 armor, so slightly higher than ours. Okay. Estimated 1 out of 5 casualties. It won't really make a difference, so let's throw a frag grenade. Here. I'll take it. Can we actually kill him though? That's the question. Maybe. Maybe not. I think we can. No, not quite. Almost. Well, hopefully he won't be able to run very far. Alright, tier 4 research. What do we have here? Basilisk. Long-range artillery tank unit. Okay, I'm not even going to check the others. We're getting that one. Especially since we already have the required facility. I like anything with artillery in its name. You can't go wrong with artillery. He's sending reinforcements. And yep, here's the enslaver. He's getting on my nerves. Back up. That was not a great move. Because I blocked my engineer slightly. Let's kill that Necron. He's already wounded. That will do. Okay, and yep, here's another one. This robot is still down here, and he will be on Overwatch. I'm quietly hoping the Necron will run into his Overwatch fire. We'll see. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. How about that hero? 3 more turns to get the hero. I assume that will help quite a lot. No, he's smart, he moved out of the way. Okay, and he sent a barge. Okay. I don't like the sound of that. Well then. Let's back up slightly. Actually, let him come to us. That sounds good to me. Let him come to us. You need to move out of the way. Alright. Hold position. And we'll take some shots if he moves into our range. Yep, just like that. He is quite resistant. But we got the grenade. He did kill our guardsman. We need the facility that will allow us to recruit guardsmen. He has 7 armor. But only frag grenade. Yep, this guy will be a little bit tougher to kill. Hopefully our Scone Sentinels will be enough. It was decent damage. Where do we want the city exactly? Over here? That looks reasonable. The only downside are all the food penalties. But it's mostly Arctic terrain around here. We can still build a farm, it's just that it will have minus 10% penalty. But there are a lot of building slots, so I'm thinking right here is reasonable. I don't want it to be too close to the Necrons. This is fine, let's just build it here. And we are going to start by claiming the tile, obviously. So... let's claim this one, that has 3 slots for buildings. And then we'll build Imperial Barracks. And start recruiting some guardsmen. That's the plan. Alright then. And if he moves close enough, we'll be able to use city defenses. I just don't want him to push too hard to take the actual city. Now, back to our capital. We need more food. So, a farm up here. Sounds good. And then we'll need the hub block. He's actually pushing hard. Okay, there's the basilisk. That would be nice to get. I mean, that was kind of the whole point. How long will it take to get one? 8 turns. That's a lot of turns. Well, alright. We could get that edict. I'm considering it. Yeah, you know what? Let's get that. 5 turns. That's much better. We saved 3 turns. And there's the hero. So now we can claim... these are both exactly the same. Okay, sounds good to me. We can claim both. And we can level up and pick up one of the abilities. So what are these? Molten Beam. Scales the damage with the group size of the target unit. Increases the armor penetration at half range. Armor penetration 8, accuracy 12. Damage 6, attacks 1, range 2. Then we got Life Leech. Much lower damage, but 2 attacks. 6 armor penetration, 8 accuracy, range 2. Converts damage into hit points. Yeah, I think I'll go with Life Leech. Scryer's Gaze. Reveals the target tile and adjacent tiles. So, scouting ability. This one requires level 6. Let's go with Life Leech. So that he will be able to keep himself alive, hopefully. And I think that will do as far as heroes go, although we can afford another one. Let's get the Lord Commissary in that case. Sure, sounds good to me. Especially since we are getting extra influence from one of the outposts. Now, the Necrons. This is going to be interesting. Reveals all tiles in the area. Well, maybe not right now. I assume we are going to lose something. That's going to be hard to avoid. Can we kill one? It's probably worth moving in to finish him off. Yeah, I think so. There, we got him. We'll probably lose the guardsmen as a result, but these are cheap units, and we'll be replacing them pretty soon. So, it's fine. As for research... something useful. Increases the damage of las weapons. Okay, that's probably worth it. Most of these units are using laser weapons. Multi-laser. Las gun, yep. What else do we have here? Hotshot power packs. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Building that constructs new buildings and generates influence. Okay. Increases tile acquisition radius of cities. Might be useful, but maybe not right now. What about the previous tiers? How about we get that crack grenade? It's only 2 turns, let's unlock that. We're fighting some tougher units at this point. Okay, we lost that guardsman and we lost the scout sentinel. That's fine, we will be getting the artillery in 4 turns. And we need the hero to get to the front line. And we got the city. Might not be a bad idea to back up slightly. Play it safe. I just don't want him to claim that artifact, you know? Maybe I should have built the city a little bit closer. Let's see what he's going to do now. We need to heal up a little bit anyway, and we need to wait for our hero. So that's what we'll do. As for the city, we need the barracks. Where are the barracks? Yep, right here. Imperial barracks. There you go. That will give us some more reinforcements. Okay, he didn't do a whole lot. There's the grenade. Let's see, we still need to heal up a bit. What about the research? Medipack? Awaken the machine? No. Building that increases loyalty? Tank commander? Hotshot power packs? Increases acquisition radius of cities. Building that constructs new buildings and generates influence. That sounds quite useful. Inspired training. That's an edict, so that will cost influence. Let's get the Medipack, because we will be recruiting a lot more guardsmen pretty soon, so that will definitely come in handy. The guardsmen are nice for grenades, if nothing else. I'm looking forward to abusing that hero too. Okay, we can move in a little bit, just be careful. I don't want to lose any of these. That was nice damage right there. That enslaver is still there. We got him. Nice one. Anyway, we are getting close to an hour, so I'm going to make a cut here and continue in the next episode, most likely. Let me know what you think so far. It seems interesting. Not sure how I feel about the lack of diplomacy, but we'll see. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, or a dislike if you didn't. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.